It is now time to upload grades for progress reports. Please make sure you refer to the progress report and report card schedule that is distributed to you by your campus. It will give you the dates for the 3-week and the 6-week progress reports, as well as report card dates and deadlines for uploading to your IPR and RC links. Your campus will fill in the times and days here in red for your campus schedule. For secondary campuses, it is also very important to note the change in eligibility dates. These are the dates that a student will regain or lose eligibility based on the grades on their progress report or report card. A student is only able to regain eligibility based on progress reports with one exception. In the first 9 weeks, the second progress report can cause a student to regain or lose their eligibility. As you see on the other progress report dates, you can regain only. This is required by UIL to align with other schools who are on the 6-week marking periods. For all other IPR dates, the student again can only regain eligibility. Please make sure you understand this schedule and ask questions of your campus administrator or department chair if you are unsure of any dates. In eSchool, progress reports are called interim progress reports, or IPR, as I have referred to them. You will see an IPR link here on the home screen that you will use to submit your progress report grades. We're going to look at this first period class, and if you look right here, you will see the IPR link for uploading grades for that first period. Be very careful not to mistakenly click on the RC link instead of the IPR link. I have had teachers who thought they loaded their grades for progress reports, but they used the incorrect link, so their grades did not get uploaded. However, before I go to this link, I'm going to click on the score link because I want to verify that the grades in my gradebook all have dates that fall within the progress report period, and that all my grades have been entered, any blanks changed that need to be adjusted. So going to my score link, I'm going to look at my scores. And I don't appear to have any blanks, so I think I'm good. They don't need adjusted. And while I'm looking at my grades, I want to make sure that these dates all fall within the IPR period. If you recall, eSchool will not include any grades in the calculation that have a due date past the current date. In this case, we're checking that no dates fall past the IPR date. Right here is my progress report date. And you may notice that this one assignment here is due past the IPR date. So it would not be included in the IPR calculation. There is a tab right here, and if I click on this Progress Report 411 tab, it will show me exactly what grades would be calculated for my IPR. So as I click on that, you'll see that this last assignment disappeared. And here are the student averages that would be reported for the progress report. The averages, of course, will be rounded to the nearest whole number on the progress report. If I do want to include that additional assignment, I will need to adjust the due date to fall within the IPR period. So if I want to get back to my full screen, I can click on this NP for 9-week period mark type, and it'll bring back all my assignments. To change that assignment date, I will have to go to my assignments button right here, find that particular assignment. I'm going to click edit, and I'm going to change it to 4/11 so it matches my IPR date, and save it. I will go back to my scores screen by clicking on the scores button, and now my date falls within the progress report and will be calculated. One other thing on the score screen is I want to verify that I have enough grades entered, formative and summative or all work, if that is your category, to really give a true measure of the student's progress to date. That, of course, should be planned well in advance. I also would want to make sure that all my grades have been published so parents can see the grades that are falling on the progress report. Now I can either go back to the My Classes screen and then the IPR link, or I could use the shortcut right here on the sidebar that says Enter Interim Progress. Clicking on that link brings me directly to my IPR screen for this class. I'm going to verify that I have the correct IPR run date right, and then I will click the Load from Gradebook button. It will put all the grades that I have in the gradebook up until the IPR date and load the average here. Now, if there is some progress report grade that I want to adjust, I can simply overwrite it. So, for example, I'm going to change this 66 to a 70. I should have a good documented reason for changing the grade here, since it is always best to have the average reflect the grades in the gradebook, but it is an option. Here I will enter a conduct grade for each student. I can either directly enter E, S, N, or U, or I can use the drop-down menu and select it from here. I myself prefer to enter it directly. I think it's much faster, but you may have a different preference. Once I have entered my conduct, I will now click on Save. At this point, my grades have been saved to the progress report bucket that will be uploaded when progress reports are printed. It's very, very important to remember one thing. If I make any changes to any student's grade that I want reflected on the progress report and that falls in the correct date range, I have to load from gradebook again in order for those grades to be included on the progress report average. You can upload multiple times until your progress reports are finalized and printed. But remember, any grade overwrites will change. So I'm going to click on Load from Gradebook again, and that 70 changed back to a 66. So if you do load from Gradebook, remember that any grade you've changed will change back to what the current grade is in the gradebook. So you might want to wait to overwrite any grades until you're sure you're doing your final upload. I'm going to save again. Now if I come back to the home screen, beside my IPR link, there's a green check, which indicates that I have uploaded my grades for the IPR. However, once again, keep in mind if you make any changes, you must go back and load again. So now I will go into each of my classes and upload my grades, follow the same process, check my scores, upload my grades, and then I'm set for my progress report.